On October 29th, it was announced Rudakubana would be officially charged with offences under the Terrorism and Biological Weapons Acts, because police had found in his home an Al-Qaeda-produced document and a quantity of ricin, the lethal poison popular with terrorists. These charges were heard in court on October the 30th. They are separate from the murder and attempted murder charges made on August 31st. We must tread carefully here, and must not suggest the two things are connected, nor suggest the suspect is guilty of any offence. There has to be a fair trial, and by the letter of the law, he is innocent until proven guilty. The line the police are taking is that motive does not need to be proven under the Terrorism Act. For an offence to be considered terrorism, meanwhile, they say motive does need to be proven. The Chief Constable of Merseyside remarked, "The matter for which Axel Rudakubana has been charged with under the Terrorism Act does not require motive to be established. For a matter to be declared a terrorist incident, the motivation would need to be established." I will leave it to legal experts to debate the technicalities of law here. Suffice to say, once the trial has been held, the facts might cast a light on what was misinformation and what wasn't. It may also place a question mark over arrests, prosecutions or convictions relating to people deemed to have been spreading it. Did the misinformation, or at least unfounded information, lead to the riots? Did it make certain places or people the targets of protests and rioting? You could say yes. Mosques and asylum seeker hotels were certainly targeted. Then again, perhaps it was inevitable that these places received the focus of the rioters, seeing as violent crime, mass immigration, the asylum crisis and radical Islam are inextricably linked in many people's minds. It was not right, of course, nor was it right for police to be targeted. But if we're trying to understand what happened, we can't dismiss this perception. Did the riots really require some social media users getting the details wrong? We should also point out the bottom line. The only ones responsible for violence were the people doing it. Misinformation might have stoked the atmosphere, but it didn't put a brick in anyone's hand or set a wheelie bin on fire.